Hello, and welcome back to Raven's Keep. I'm Matt Slegel, the resident GM here. Today, I think we should talk about the daunting task of prepping for a campaign. Okay, let me first say that I am not a professional GM. My wife and I discovered how amazing it was to play D&D about a year and a half ago, and it's taken over our lives since. Truth be told, when we finished our game room, we were looking for a group to start playing with, and the first thing that I was looking for was a committed GM, which is admittedly the hardest thing to find. Then someone laid some wisdom on me and told me that usually the one looking to put a group together ends up running it. So I started diving in. I accepted it, and I tried to learn everything I could about how to play and run D&D. What we had was an amazing campaign of learning and growing together over the course of roughly 30 sessions. Then it came time to think about wrapping up the story and starting our new campaign. At this time, I had been working on building my own planet for a long time. There's another video on this, by the way, on our channel about the world that I built. But regardless, we knew we wanted to go 100% homebrew. All the while, I was discovering the wonder of Daggerheart. How the system seemed to fit so much better with our table in particular. It allowed us to truly build a world together and tell the story in a way that we wanted to tell it. So thus began the work towards Session 0. I cannot stress enough the importance of Session 0. To be able to bring your character ideas together and build a group before the campaign starts is wonderful. Not only for the group to familiarize themselves with need-to-know information about the characters and the world they inhabit, but it helped so much in my early prep too. Then we did something recommended by the great Brennan Lee Mulligan, which is to run a session before the official start of the campaign. That way, the first time you all play together with your new characters isn't while you're recording. So we dove into a one-shot, using the new system, with our new characters, in our new world. Has my prep changed since I started GMing? Of course, how could it not? In the early sessions, I would overwrite everything, for fear that I would forget good ideas I had during the week. And in truth, I still tend to do that, but it's a tendency I'll have to continue to fight against. However, the encouragement that Daggerheart gives the GM to share narrative authority and world build together as a group has truly allowed me to relax and let go of the control. It's difficult at first, but ultimately is so much more rewarding for you and your players. They all get to create and make major swings in the story. It ensures that their arcs, backstories, and characters as a whole are important to the story and get to be fleshed out in the way the player intended. So to that end, my prep has actually decreased quite a bit since starting Daggerheart. Now, the tricky thing with any campaign is how to start it. What's the spark that kicks off a story that could span years ahead? Well, for me, it was starting small. How did you all meet and where? What was the first mission you all went on? That way, the beginning of the campaign wasn't solely on my shoulders, but a shared effort. Everyone had the chance to voice their ideas up front. After that, I had some fun dialogue to play with and some NPCs who could be influential in the story. It's important to state that all the while I was building my world, I was also jotting down ideas. Even at the end of our last campaign, I was doing prep for those sessions, as well as coming up with new ideas and plot points for the future. So I at least had a list of interesting stories and ideas of what could occur in my world. That gave me some building blocks to then mold these ideas to see what would fit in our group and what wouldn't. The difficult thing about prep, though, is trying to make a strong, compelling story while allowing player agency and pivoting when they make decisions you encourage them to make. So, the concept of improv cannot be overlooked or undermined. Improv is an essential skill when running a homebrew campaign. There are no source materials beyond what my players and I come up with, so I don't have much of a net to fall back on. However, trust at the table mixed with passion for your world and love for your characters, will lead to a natural and exciting improvisational back and forth around the table. It is within that improv that beautiful things can happen. Unexpected ideas can occur that help direct your story. It's that improv and trust that I've begun to lean on for guidance. That's not to say I don't prep. I still write crucial dialogue for NPCs, information that I know I want them to convey. I'll have a space for the players to be in, and a bulleted list of things for them to find or deal with. How they do that, though, is up to them. So maybe rather than write every little step and detail of the scene, I might have the setup and some goodies waiting for them, and let them fill in all the gaps however they'd like. It's that collaborative storytelling that's the spirit of what we're trying to experience. That method has saved me time, stress, and allows me to focus on the many other tasks that I have willingly put on my own shoulders, such as building maps, printing minis, taking care of audio week to week, and, oh yeah, being a person. So to recap, rather than write every beat of your episode, maybe try this. Number 1, have the setup, the dungeon, the hidden library. Number 2, provide the goodies, the treasure, the information. Then number 3, prepare the threat, the curse, the mimic. And number 4, let those amazing PCs flourish. Prep should be an exciting experience for you as a GM to create the connective tissue that your players are responsible for breathing life into. So far, it has been amazing, and I can't wait to see what happens next. Thanks for watching.